Hey there, my name is Pravus and welcome back to more Hearts of Iron 4! This is gonna be lit! Playing as the Polish-Lithuanian Commonwealth, fighting the Soviets. So far going according to plan. They are throwing themselves at me, they are taking a lot of casualties. Now I am mostly struggling in the sense that they are bombing the ever-loving crud out of my trucks. So keeping myself fully supplied is gonna become increasingly difficult, at least getting supplies from the supply hub to the front lines. But for the most part, we're doing okay, and if I can start stacking up any additional fighters, we'll get there eventually. In fact, I think, yeah, once we're done with this, the next goal is to go ahead and just keep producing more fighters for a bit. All right, so that's all taken care of. Now, there's a couple things I want to do to change some stuff. First off, I'm looking at my stability, and I'm not loving the fact that I keep getting additional communist change because of this guy right here. He's reduced fascism support to nothing, but he's also now reducing my non-aligned support. I also don't really benefit a lot from trade and economic law changes, so I kind of want to get rid of this guy, and I think I'm going to. Let's pick up instead the Elusive Gentleman and get an additional upgrade for my spy agencies. So that's fine with me. Yeah, it costs me political power, but what am I doing with it right now anyway? Could start trading up some additional troops or get some additional manpower, but so far manpower is looking okay. I'm really surprised there's no other political advisors that are worthwhile, but like really none of them are until we get the Prince of Terror later. Whatever. Anyway, so that's all gonna be fine. So I'm happy with that. I've started constructing at least a handful more forts in a few different locations. Might as well get these upgraded. I'm looking for areas where they're attacking me pretty heavily, where I need the most reinforcements. I'm gonna reinforce those areas with a little bit more forts. Then we can pull more troops back off into a reinforcing position and hopefully reinforce these front lines pretty quickly. By the way, something I wanna do, probably pull this back into something more like this. Like that, yes. Because I want to make sure we are able to get troops into this area pretty quickly if we need to. We got a few buffs. We could go for Infantry Expert or Ambusher for Entrenchment. This doubles my current max entrenchment, which seems pretty good. So I think I'll go ahead and take this. And then as far as Generals, you can go for even more. You know, I wouldn't mind having some extra attack value, but I don't know. Do I think I'm going to do that with you? I could double up on this, but we're okay actually as it is. I will go for Infantry Expert on at least a couple of these guys. Charismatic for recovery rate, pretty nice. You're a very defensive guy. Maybe I make you have Ambusher as well. I'm looking at these generals, I'm just trying to think to the future, like what do I plan on doing with these guys? What is actually gonna be the plan here? Oh, I don't know what I'm doing. I have no idea. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise. I mean, the comment section will tell me for sure, but like, I don't know what I'm doing. Anyway, so he's attacking again. Pew, 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 pew. I'm watching his organization suck. He's making absolutely zero headway right now. The only thing he's done well is shot down my freaking trucks. That is it. That is all he's been doing effectively. I wouldn't mind getting some additional air doctrines. We're gonna go for some air support mission efficiency and then go for this ground support. The ground support, giving me an extra 20%, ideally coming out of my cast, is going to make it even easier for me to win some of these fights. Okay, he's holding off for a little bit. He's exhausted, so he's just going to stand back and do nothing. That's great. Anything I can do down over here? No, not at the moment. How are we doing as far as spies? We're trying to hire someone else. I wouldn't mind getting things like the suicide pills up and running. We would like to get a third spy if possible, because that's how many you need in order to keep a high spy network and then just consecutively keep doing collaboration governments against your enemy. Yeah, these truck losses are really starting to add up. I'm very worried about that. We've also lost a handful of fighters, but that's one of the reasons we're going for this. All right, we need to continue trading for something. How many factories do I have to spare? Not many. Wow. Wow. Why do I have only 15? No, wait. Why are they... Oh, they can't build on any of these. I was gonna say, why do I have only 15 factories, but then 15 and 4 down here? Because these 5 forts are being attacked, and you can't make progress on them while they're actively being attacked, so that's fine. We've attracted workers to Vilnius. That's a couple more civilian factories for me. Could rebuild a handful of forts. Mostly I want to start working toward things like research slots, I believe. I also really want the defense of our nation. That's really good. So let's just continue working down this for a bit. And I'm still not seeing any vulnerabilities. Everything seems fine, and it's... Oh, we lost an ace. Okay. But it looks to me like the Soviets have given up on the whole naval invasion thing. They've learned their lesson, which is great. Now we have even more soft attack, which means we're inflicting even more casualties on them. I love that. What else do we want to do? I wouldn't mind getting things like some recon. We could start working on tanks, but I think not. Let's go for even more support artillery damage. Again, just inflicting more casualties. Every time he attacks like this is music to my ears. As long as it stays green, every one of those represents many hundreds or thousands of dead Soviets. I mean, he's just digging his own grave at this point. He absolutely is. Let's take a look at the casualties again. So we've lost 30,000. He's up to almost 500,000. So our KD ratio has gone well beyond 10 to 1 now. It's looking better and better the longer this goes on, and he's just wasting equipment. This is so good. This is so good. Everything's perfect. Everything is awesome. Ba-ba-ba-bow. Everything is cool when you're killing Soviets. That doesn't quite roll off the tongue the way that I would like, but I don't even care, dude. I don't even care. I think what we're gonna do now is go ahead and start planning out some more offensively based divisions. Let's duplicate this guy. I want this to be... do we want 24? I want 27. 27 with our infantry plus artillery. I think that's what I usually do. I was getting confused by this, but now that I think about it, I'm pretty sure that's what I usually do. I go all the way up to 27 width. I toss on a little bit of extra infantry. I would love to have some support anti-air. We do have some researched, but not currently available. What about cavalry recon? Extra movement speed could be pretty helpful. Does cost more support equipment, but I think at this point, let's just go ahead and accept it. Can't afford to do motorized, because we don't have enough as is. So this becomes my offensive unit. Yeah, I think this is the way to go. We get a fair bit more soft attack. Still probably not enough to overcome most of their infantry unless we are able to stack up a lot of coordinated fire, but I still think it's worth it. Logistics and stuff would be great at some point, but for now, let's do this. So these are guys that I want to be training. I'm gonna make these a lower priority because I wanna make sure that we are making our front line stronger. Well, wait a minute. Now, reinforcements top priority. We've already got everything we need here, so that's fine. I don't want to make this low because then we're just gonna do upgrades and nothing else. So yeah, let's go ahead and start training these guys up. An entire army of them would be awesome, but the odds of me having that are pretty dang low. Yeah, reinforcements top priority, but if you find yourself with extra towed artillery, let's go ahead and start training them up. This is too aggressive. Hold on. Let's start by doing like 6 at a time. We got time. It's gonna be a while before the Soviets are properly ground down into the dirt, and I don't want to overcommit so that we are never gonna have enough artillery sitting around to go into reinforcements later. Let's just try for this. Supply trucks are definitely a high priority, and that should be fine. Okay. We have some more Coast Guards being trained up, at which point I'm going to feel very comfortable walking away from the coast and not worrying about an invasion for any time soon. If the Soviets are... Whoa, 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 whoa! How did you get this? This wasn't even... Okay, even though this was green, they still managed to take it on. Hold the phone. Hold up. How did you get that? Because now they've got a fort set up, and it's going to be a little bit harder for me to take this on. How did you get that? That was green. I'm positive it was, until it wasn't. I guess what happened is, even though I had the stats in my favor, they kept making people retreat to the point where eventually they were able to push through. That can happen. Anyways, Yahoo. Going for static warfare is not a bad idea now. But if we wait, we could still go for this. Shock and awe? Nah. Let's go ahead and get the static warfare for faster and better entrenchment. And then let's set up another front line here for the moment. And everyone who's on this line, control right click, I will assign here, with the goal of helping me retake this fort. This isn't going to be great because, again, these are not offensive units, but if he's going to exhaust his infantry and tanks, that's even better. So let's try for it. Alrighty, alrighty, alrighty. Anything else we want to do at the moment over here? We still need more supplies, but we're okay. As long as we're not beyond -3, we'll have to live with it. We're trying to produce more trucks. I'm trying. All right, now is when we go ahead and start hitting him. We're going to try to kick this guy out, especially if he can take out his tanks. And if he's going to keep attacking me like this, that's basically just suicide for him. I'm going to have you come down here and attack from this direction so we get another stacking bonus. We're pushing him out. We're pushing him out. Hey, Mechanize is done. And we get ourselves another spy. Still no sign of a Soviet spy. That's sad. Okay, well, unfortunately, none of these are good benefits, so I guess I'll take the Tanatuvo person and just hope that this works. Start spying in Moscow. I think we're gonna be able to retake this. There we go, plugged it up, perfect. All right, that's what I wanted. And then we kick you guys out. And in the Red Army, those of you who were sitting on the front line, go back here. Okay, that's fine. So now we're going to hold on to this, and we should be okay. They're going to try to keep attacking it, but that's fine with me. We need forts here. Because this place is clearly a vulnerability. So let's keep an eye on it. In fact, hey, we captured somebody. In fact, let me go ahead and modify this for now so that it encourages an extra soldier just to stay right here in this one spot. Okay. Everywhere else looking good? So far, fine. Hey, Coast Guards. All right, let's take 2 of you and assign you down here. Let's take a couple more of you, assign you here, and then you go up over here. Sound good? I think so. Drag this out so that they can't land next to it, and then this should be fine. That should be enough to guarantee I'm safe for a good long while. I like what I'm seeing there. All right, anything else? War austerity trains means I can start building more trains for cheaper, which is great. Not gonna do anything with the Navy, like at all. It's a little early to be going for more tech. I could go for an upgrade for radar, which is gonna improve my coordination in the area, but also give me better detection of their planes and try to shoot them down more effectively. Okay, still seeing lots of green, watching this now, making sure that everything's fine. The big thing you want to watch for, see this little yellow bar? I want this yellow bar gone, or at least down to half. Once I see that's the case across a lot of the front line of the Soviets, what that tells me is they've got basically nothing left. Now, Tanatuvo has sent some volunteers, cavalry, and they've got very little supply. So they're basically already out. We want the same thing to occur for the Soviets, and the more they keep attacking, the more aggressively they keep attacking, the more likely that's going to happen the way that I want it to. Lend-Lease from the US. Thank you. Yes. Send me whatever you can. I will take it. I will take it all, boy. All of it. Let's go for that ground support, by the way. So that should help my cast be even more effective. Whoop. Hey, look at that. A naval invasion. We could let this guy land. It's only a couple more infantry. You know what? Retreat. Retreat. And let's move all of you over here so that when he does land, it's a trap! Commit, by all means. Go commit yourself right there. Look at those 3 infantry units just waiting to die. Look at them. This is great. Okay, all of you, hang on, let him exhaust himself. He's got no supply. He's going nowhere fast, don't worry about it. And then we kill him. Look at that. We just trapped, it's basically like getting a free tiny encirclement, except he comes to us. Basically, right? It's like going to fast food, but actually, it was an Uber Eats. Even better! I love it. All right. Yeah, so he's fighting at low supply, so his attack and defense is pretty low. He's going nowhere fast. We got this easy. We got this easy. Everywhere else looking okay at the moment? Yes? Good. His tanks are running out. I'm looking at his tank divisions and seeing that these are falling apart. That makes me think that he's running out of big, expensive stuff, so all he's going to have left is infantry equipment and artillery. Which is good, because again, all things being equal, if I'm not fighting tanks, I'm just fighting his infantry, he will take way more losses than I will. Okay, he's gonna lose all that, perfect, thank you. Then we're gonna take you guys, and we're gonna move you back over here. And bada boom. Look at that, problem solved, yo, problem solved. All right, let's go ahead and pick this up and start working towards shock and awe. We're getting way more army experience than I expected, to be honest. It's going pretty well for us. All right, well, oh, Italy's gonna go attack people, that's fine. Now, one thing I gotta be careful about, we absolutely have to win this war and fight the Germans before the Allies are able to do D-Day and end this. Because if I have to go fight the allies, this achievement's going to be lost. Remember our goal to just simply get that this is going to be a lit achievement. At this point, occupy Berlin. It's the only thing I have to do when we get the achievement. But I'd also love to take over the rest of the Baltic coasts. That means before I can join the allies, I would need to occupy Berlin, then control the entirety of Denmark, Sweden, and Finland. Maybe Norway as well, I really don't remember. But the point is, I need to be able to push successfully through the Germans and take everything I want here, then join the Allies, and together we smash. That's what I would be looking for. We'll see what happens. Bessarabia has been ceded to the Soviets. It changes pretty much nothing, I think. Wait, no, yes it does. Hold the phone. Get up over here. Take these. Do not let him have. Hold up. You got a tank in place. That's fine. We can fight that. I'd like to pin down his reinforcements so he can't continue reinforcing over here. Hold up. I need some of you guys to go here, please. And if we can take this, this is a good spot to build up some forts. That's what I'm going for. He's having to retreat. Hold on. Don't let him reinforce. Don't let him reinforce. Keep him stuck. Keep him stuck. Okay. Come on. Got it. Perfect. All right. Hold this. And in fact, cancel the whole fallback line thing. Let's assign everyone here. I'd like to get some reinforcements in position. Okay. 3 forts there should be fine. Pretty sure. He can attack from lots of directions, so that's why I want to have a lot of forts. But if we can hold this, we'll be fine. Now, the one thing I'm worried about is supply. Wait a minute. That's bad. Probably because I don't have enough trucks, but also it's kind of far away from my railway connection. So actually, no, we don't want to be here. We want to pull back from that. What we want to do instead is build up 3 forts here. Or maybe just 2. Yeah, do that. We can pull back here. I'll retreat to where I'm going to have some forts in a minute. We'll hold this, but I don't want to take attrition. I don't want to stay there. All right, unchain our education. Research slots. Good time to get that right now. We're about to go into 1941. I'm going to need a lot of industrial tech. He's attacking pretty hard here and not getting very far. Okay, I saw a little bit of red for a brief moment, and that scared me for a moment there, but we're okay. All good in the hood. No problem, no problem. We got enough time to build up these forts. My agent was captured. Damn. And this is kind of the problem. They're both captured. Well, you know those suicide pills I told you to take? You want to take them now? Maybe? You think? Okay, anything else sound like it'd be really good for us to pick up right now? Sure. Try to capture their spies a little bit more effectively or something. I don't know. Do you want to get more doctrines? We could. Air superiority, mission efficiency, or ace generation chance. What's going to help me right now is actually ace generation chance, so I think I'd rather take that. Bird in the hand versus 2 in the bush. Better artillery means more soft attack for me. Could go ahead of time in artillery. Don't think I'm going to. Let me think. Anything else that jumps out is really important. Not yet. All right. Let's go ahead of time in construction tech. So I build things even faster. Keep ramping up. The forts are done. Perfect. Pull back. Let them move forward. Nope, don't go over here. Don't go over here. I said no. Retreat. Let him push forward. No. No. There we go. Stop. Stop. You. Stop. Thank you. All right, you can have that if you want. Go for it. I don't care. The important thing is I'm in a position where I keep my supply. So now I'm still fighting at full strength, and he's not going to start whittling me down and costing me equipment. I have to be super duper aggressive on that. Look at the truck damage, though, dude. Holy crap, is he going for it? We need more freaking trucks. I also need more freaking aluminum and rubber. We're simply not going to be producing quite enough of our planes at this point. There we go. That takes care of some of the extra trade needs, so now we're producing again. You need the rubber to keep the trucks going, so that's one of the reasons we're losing a little bit, but yeah. I'm kind of surprised, honestly, at how bad it's been. He's doing a really good job We're trying to shoot down his planes, but yeah, he's causing a lot of friendly logistics bombing damage. He brought 1,000 bombers? No wonder we're having trouble. Okay, I tell you what. I'm gonna take one of these wings. And I'm gonna move him up over here and help. Let's just do more interception over here. I want to shoot down those dang bombers, dude. I want to shoot down a lot more of those bombers. Of course, he's killing my fighters, but let's see what happens with that. All right. Anything I want to do with like my political power and stuff right now? I don't think so. Maybe change up conscription law for the just amount of time it's going to take, but no, probably not. Recruitment in Europe. I want to recruit in the Soviet Union. And then as we finish this stuff out, I need to get more spies. We need to hire a Russian so that we can rescue our spies, so that we can spy on them and get the collaboration governments going. Everything's still looking fine. Still not seeing a lot of sign that the Soviets are losing a lot. Some of their divisions are definitely weak. We are still training these units up. How am I doing logistically? Pretty okay. We could afford to toss on a few extras of these. Let's go ahead and keep training. I need more. I crave more. Very badly. Reinforcements are on par, though. We're all right. Interrogation techniques are done. Let's go for an army department and get some passive intelligence on the Soviet forces. Whoa, hello. Okay, that's an example of a place where I want to send some extra troops to make sure that we're okay. It's still in the green, so I feel okay, but I want to be safe. Yeah, he's trying to attack heavily. Engineers have just gotten an upgrade, which means more entrenchment, so I'm even better. Upgrade to recon? Probably not. Let's go for raw factory output. Since we're already going on the ahead of time, let's just commit to that. Make that better. Unread naval engagements. Yeah, he sunk some convoys. That sucks. My logistics are looking really bad. But what can I do? I need to keep producing these dang trucks. He's bombed a few factories, too. Yeah, I lost a lot of railroads here as well. He's getting really aggressive with his bombing campaigns. I want to repair those and the supply hubs quickly, which should be easy to do anyway. But yeah, his bombing is getting really, really aggressive, dude. Okay, is he stopped over here? He's moving a bunch of close air support down into eastern Poland. He's actually bombing western Poland with his bombers. That's fun. Tell you what. I'm actually going to send a few fighters down over here and see if we can intercept your bombers and crush them. Actually, go here. I hate to pull back too much, but if we're doing damage, that's great. Hey, look who decided to go for another naval invasion. Okay, I can't afford to lose that, so I need you guys to rapidly redeploy. Up over here, and then you get assigned here. Okay. He sent quite a few. I still think we're okay. Why is this stacked up so inefficiently? Why do we have 3 here and only 1 each on the actual port? Like, explain that to me. Anyway, with these reinforcements getting into position, he should be all right. We should be fine. No problem at all. Yeah, I don't know really why they choose to spread out the way they do. I don't know why they are the way that they are. I just know that I hate it and I wish they were all dead. All right, shock and awe, soft attack, and artillery attack. Yep. That's going to translate into even more casualties. Beautiful, beautiful. All right, at this point, there's really nothing that's going to change for a while. I'm kind of debating just moving forward in the video, because I feel like we might as well. Still nobody we need here, right? We could get the backroom backstabber for subversive activities cost reduction, but like, meh. I think I'll just go ahead and preemptively grab the Prince of Terror. When we start conquering stuff from the Soviets, we're gonna wish we had it. Still need to get my spies back out. I'm really peeved at them. That's gonna get me an intel disadvantage. Ugh. Upgrades to radar. That'll be helpful. And then more assembly lines. And then buff up radar so we have more coverage. And actually go ahead and get these up too. Okay. All of that should be pretty helpful to get me a little bit more air control. Or at the very least, inflict more air casualties on him. Movement on land or entrenchment speed? Well, I made you kind of more offensively based, so let's go for movement on land with you. And then you are very defensive. Let's go for ambusher for even more entrenchment. And that should be good. I'm gonna send one more of these guys back over here. This at least is looking more like what I expected. I don't understand why you're making me manually rearrange all your stuff, dingus. But you are. I'm actually gonna send one of these guys up over here so we can have 2 on each, because this seems to be where he wants to attack the most. Keep going, Soviets, keep going. How are those casualties looking? You've lost over 1 million men and I've lost 66,000. I mean, I'm no engineer or anything. I'm no mathematician. But I just want to do a little bit of math here and just show that that right there is a 20-to-1 kill ratio. Not to mention what's happening with Mongolia. So, like, we're bleeding him. Not very well, but we're bleeding him. He's still got a frick ton of manpower left. That's not the point. But he doesn't have as many factories as you'd think. We've got 53 factories. He still has more than me, but he probably has around like 70-something. We're not as far off on the scaling as you'd think. We really aren't. But the trucks, though, dude. Holy crap, the trucks, though, dude. I really didn't know that trucks were going to be this bad. We're trying to produce fighters, though. I'm starting to get back in the positive. We've got some extra close air support to work with. I could probably toss on an extra wing of those, and I should. Or should I? We could hold off. No, hold on to the close air support for now. Hold on to it for now. Maybe I end up deciding that I wish that I had some left over later. I'd rather not just have them get shot down. Air support, mission efficiency can go up again. Yeah, or alternatively, we max out these fighters. Could actually go for some more reliability, too. That means we keep more of them around. Yeah, it's going to be 4 more years before I can go for Fighter 3. I'm going to do this. Let's go for Mark 3. Again, lose a tiny bit of efficiency. Doesn't matter. We're now producing even better fighters. If I can't win by quantity, I'm hoping I can win by some quality. All right? So we're looking for 1941 tech. Oh, hello, Engel. You're playing Terraria, are you? Have fun with that. Let's go for the extra artillery for more soft attack. I do still want to produce support anti-air, but we can't in a moment. I need to get a faction before I can get into the research slot over here. That's sad. All right. Tell you what. I'm going to go for the British aircraft manufacturing. Give me 300 more fighters with which I will be able to start shooting down more of their things, please. That'd be cool. How are logistics looking? Actually on top of it, despite the fact that we are now training up more troops. Good. Here's what I want to do then. I want to pull back on some support equipment and produce more gosh dang trucks. How are we doing from trade? Need more of the rubber. That's fine. We'll trade for it. We have an offensive army. It's not a very good offensive army, but it's there. It exists. And that counts for something, dang it. What kind of traits you got? Offensive doctrine. Yes, please. I'd like you to be a little bit better. Reinforce rate? Sure, why not? I mean, it's not important. I can manually do that, but whatever. Attack value guy. You'll do. And then what? Oh, hello. Are you actually going to win this fight or no? Doesn't look like it. Okay. So my question is, where can we hit you logistically and make you sad? The answer is, if I could take this in Pskov, we'd be in really good shape. This is manageable. He's got very low organization. Hello. Hang on. Your goal is very simple. You get Pskov and establish a small area around it. And that is it. Get these troops up here. Let's see what we can do. He's got very low organization. In fact, I kind of want to keep that organization low. This is an opportunity, and we're going to take it. Counterattack. Oh my god, my own infantry are going for it. Okay, we're going to need to hold this ground aggressively in a minute. But I want to go get Pskov. You, pin this guy down, don't let him go anywhere. Just use a couple, though. Not all of them. Just hold him down for a minute. While I get troops up into Pskov, we're going to entrench crazily around this area. A couple forts here would be great. I may not even need my offensive units. A couple of forts here for absolute sure. Top priorities. And then, I mean, I'd love to get some additional space, but let's see what happens. Offensive units are getting into position. You losing this is going to be huge. Look at the supply attrition he's now taking on all the units around this. This supply hub is going to take a while for it to be effective for me, but this area was affecting this whole blue area, and none of them are going to have supply anymore. That's great. Really, though, that is excelente. I need to get some extra reinforcements in over here, please. I do think that blue now needs to be fully assigned. The fallback line is not going to work at the moment. Let's pull it back. Okay, now we're holding ground. Good, good, good. He's going to start feeling the pain. I don't want to push much more than this. I like the idea of him being committed to holding a line in an area where he doesn't have supply. That only helps compound my power. My power only grows. This isn't even my final form. I have like 6 final forms. I've watched anime. I know how this works. All right, go ahead and push this. I'm just creating a small buffer area. There we go. And then we are going to be building up a couple of forts over here as well. Top priority. Okay, and with these forts in position, once I get this flipped over to me, which we just did, this is good. Now here's the downside. We just pushed into a new air zone. So he could inflict some casualties here. What are you giving me? What is this? I don't know what you're giving me, but thank you, whatever it is, I appreciate. If it's motorized, I'll frickin' be thrilled. I'm losing like a lot of motorized per day. Like a lot. But yeah, there we go. All right, stop attacking here, no longer necessary. Keep him there. Just let him sit, let him sit. I don't even care. Yellow army, you're done. You're done, that's all I needed with you. Let's do the same thing somewhere else. Where can we go? If we were to take on Minsk, that would be huge. Minsk would be hard to take, but I would not say impossible. The biggest problem with Minsk is I can only do kind of a straight-on attack. Where else could we hit? Could try hitting over here by Zhytomyr. That could be good. He still would have supply down here, but this would cause a pretty major issue in this area. Yeah. Or we could try getting down over here and cut off his entire southern line. That might be a bit harder. I'm worried about overextending. It would be a disaster if I were to overextend. I think Minsk would be a very good spot for me to take. If we can get it. I'm gonna stack up all 6 right here, and this is the goal. It's all I want. Take Minsk, hold it, entrench, cause more casualties. And it's a tiny little area that's not supported by our air support. I know, but it's okay. How are we doing on that air support, by the way? He's not committing many in the way of fighters. His fighters are up here. Let's see if we can intercept more of these his CAS. He's got a lot of CAS. He's got more freaking bombers, though. Gosh dang, dude. He's got so many dang bombers. He didn't build many in fighters. He's not even trying, really, for air superiority. If I wanted to swap over to air superiority, there's a chance we could win that. Should we try? Let's just try for a minute. Forget the interception. Do air superiority. You don't want to do both missions at once because it makes you less effective at both. Focus on one at a time. But let's see what happens. If I swap over to air superiority, can I start shooting down his fighters? And if he's got no fighters, his ground support ain't gonna do nothing, because then I can intercept the crud out of it. Anyway, thank you all for watching. Hope you enjoyed. If so, I would ask you to hit that like button, leave a comment, subscribe, and the notify bell, and I will see you guys next time.